What is up, YouTube? This is Anonymous Mentor again with some more C++. As I'm learning, I'm posting videos um, to try to, I don't know, it's kind of like more like a vlog for me of what I'm learning, and hopefully you guys can learn stuff from it. But last video that I made, uh, I'm going to upload these two back to back, so it'll be the last video I'll put up. We went over arrays. And in this video, we're going to go over Arrays2, which would be basically talking about arrays in a little bit more advanced, in a little bit more advanced manner. So let's go ahead and open up our terminal, and then we're going to cd into our working directory, and I'm going to make a file, sudo. My favorite text editor is nano. And then I'm going to name my file youtube.cpp and enter in my password. And I'm going to include IO stream, and we will be using namespace sc. We'll be using that. And then we're going to go ahead and say int main, and go ahead and return 0 on that. And we're going to be making a couple different arrays here. We're going to make a string array, and we're going to make an integer array. So I guess I just kind of ruined the spoiler. So we're going to include string. Go ahead and do that then. And first off, we'll make our integer array. So we'll say int num, and we're going to set it as 0. Or no, you don't put. We're not going to put anything in there. You leave it blank. So basically, we're making a blank array, and then after that, you put equals and in brackets. And this allows us to put any number of items into our array with the separation of commas. So if we type in 1, 2, 3, that's going to store these three values into our number array, and it'll be 1 will be considered 0, so it's 0, 1, 2. So because it counts from zeros, and then we'll say to cout num 0, cout num not 3, num 1, cout num 2. So basically it's going to cout 0, 1, 2, which would be 1, 2, and 3. And after it prints those out, let's do this as well. We'll print out a space, and then down here we'll print out a space, and then down here we'll print out a new line. That way it's going to say 1 space, 2 space, 3, and then it's going to put a new line. And then down below we'll say string frag, just like in our old one. Frag stands for fragments, sentence fragments, and it will set no value. And this works pretty much the same way. You put whatever you want in quotes, so we'll say this, comma, space is, comma, space, end quotes, frags, and then got to close that off with a semicolon. Forgot to do that up here. Close it off with a semicolon after you put your values in it. And then we'll cout frag 0, and that cout frag 1, cout frag 2, cout a new line. So frag 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. And I feel like I'm missing something here, or not in the program, but that I wanted to go over. But let's go ahead and compile this and see how it runs. And we will sudo g++, and I named this YouTube. We'll write it out to YouTube. Wrong password, right? Yeah. Alright, so that worked. Let's run it. It says 1, 2, 3, and this is frags. So that's how that works. Now we're going to do something even a little bit more advanced, and we'll say we're going to make a function up here, an integer. We'll say add int x, int y, and then of course the usual return x plus y. And if you want to, pause the video, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to make it, here we go, x, y, and z. What your goal is to make this print out using the array 1, 2, and 3. So think about how you would do that with the add function that we have above. And yeah, so pause the video if you're going to do that, and I'm going to continue. Alright, if you're coming back from working the problem out, we're going to print out the new answer, and we're going to show you how to do it right now. I am. So you're going to see out, and then you're going to call your function add, and then you're going to pass in your parameters, and we're going to pass in num0 as our first one, num1 as our second, and num2 as our third. And this right here is going to basically print out the sum of all three of the numbers above. And actually we can do this too. See out sum of the numbers above is, and this is going to basically add all of them together and print it out using the function. So let's try that. And YouTube, the sum of the numbers above is 3. That's wrong. 1, 2, 3. The sum should be 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's because our function is wrong. And that should do it. Forgot to change that up whenever I added that extra variable in there. Let's try it now, and it says 6, so 3, 4, 5, 6. That works, and this is frags. Keep in mind, if you add in, or if you call on a variable in the array that's not there, how we only have 3 values in the array, if you call a fourth array, it's always considered null, and it'll equal 0, whatever is in 0, so it'll be, I believe it'll equal 1. And I think if you do it more than that, it'll give you a core dump. Not quite sure. You can test that out on your own time and play around with it and see what you can find out. But this is basically how to use arrays in a little bit of a more advanced way, and a little bit easier way as well. Calling all your variables pretty easy instead of doing it individually. You just put your brackets and separate them by commas. And this has been Anonymous Mentor, showing you a little bit advanced way to use arrays. And if you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. And I will see you guys in the future.